Your sun sign describes your personality, but there's a completely different planet quietly running your love life. Venus, and specifically the sign it was sitting in the day you were born. It decided, before you ever went on a first date, exactly what kind of attention feels like love to you, what kind of person you find magnetic, and what kind of relationship pattern you'll keep recreating no matter how many different people you try it with. Here's how it hides. You experience your Venus sign as just your type, not as a pattern with a source. You notice you're always drawn to the same emotional temperature in a partner, someone steady and quiet, or someone intense and unpredictable, and you call it chemistry or bad luck, never realizing your Venus placement has been quietly filtering every person you meet before you consciously register attraction. You blame your exes for being all the same kind of wrong, instead of noticing you were the one doing the choosing on autopilot every single time. Left unexamined, this turns your love life into a loop instead of a choice. You keep ending up back at the same relationship shape, the same withholding partner, the same too fast intensity, the same person who needs saving, and you call it the universe testing me. Instead of recognizing your Venus sign has a specific hunger it keeps satisfying the same way, whether or not that way is actually good for you. You mistake familiar for compatible every time because your Venus sign was never taught to tell the difference. You even tell your friends this one's different before the first month is over, and it takes almost a year to notice the ending is the same shape it always is, just wearing a new face. Comment your Venus sign below, or your sun sign if you don't know it yet, and I'll tell you the exact relationship pattern it's been quietly running. The shift starts with actually knowing your Venus sign, not guessing from your sun sign. Look it up. It's rarely the same sign as your sun, and the difference matters more than people think. Once you know it, name honestly what it craves. An Earth Venus wants steadiness and physical reassurance. A Water Venus wants emotional merging. An Air Venus wants to be genuinely talked to. A Fire Venus wants to be chased. Whatever yours is, that craving is real. The problem was never wanting it, only following it blind. Then start catching the placement mid-choice instead of only in hindsight. Next time someone feels instantly magnetic, pause before the second date and ask what exactly your Venus sign recognized. Was it genuine compatibility or just a familiar flavor of unavailable? You don't have to override the craving. You just have to stop mistaking this feels like home for this is good for me. Since your Venus sign can't tell the two apart on its own, that distinction has to come from you, deliberately, every single time it matters. A woman I'll call Renee kept dating the same man in different bodies for 9 years. Charming, a little cold, always slightly out of reach, and called it having a type until she checked her chart and found Venus in a sign that equates distance with desirability. She didn't swear off her type completely. She started asking, on date 3 instead of month 3, whether the person was actually withholding or just calm, a distinction her Venus sign had never once made for her before. She's still drawn to the same quiet intensity. That part of her Venus sign never changed. What changed is she no longer mistakes withholding for depth. Her current relationship looks, on paper, like her usual type. It isn't her usual pattern, because this time she checked the craving before she followed it. That's the real use of knowing your Venus sign. Not picking a different kind of person, but finally knowing why you picked this one. If this just explained your entire dating history, like this video. Comment your Venus sign, and I'll tell you the pattern it's been running. This is Shadow Work, the series that names what your chart is actually doing, not just what it predicts. Subscribe if today's episode finally explained your type.